Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We're going to listen to Matt Monro, the music played, and this will be the first time I react to his music. And this was also a Patreon request by AG. Thank you so much for this request and donation. And I hear his most well known song might be Born Free. For the movie with the same name. And I saw he also did a Bond theme or a song for from Russia with Love. So I must have heard that one at some point because I have seen the movie years ago. And this song was originally a German song by Udo Jürgens, which I do know that artist. I don't know the original song, which is called Was ich dich sagen will. I'm not familiar with that, but I am familiar with another song of his that I just heard the other day. What a coincidence. That is Griechischer Wein. Hope I'm saying that correctly, because a Belgian artist has his own version in Dutch, which is called Drink Rode Wijn, drink red wine. So that's a coincidence that I'm now listening to an English version of another Udo Jürgens song, and I just heard it the other day. That is, I don't know, coincidence or just cosmic timing? Let's listen.
An angry silence lay where love had been, and in your eyes a look I'd never seen. If I had found the words, you might have stayed. But as I turned to speak, the music played. As lovers danced their way around the floor, I sat and watched you walk towards the door. I heard a friend of yours suggest you stayed, and as you took his hand, the music played. Across the darkened room, the fatal signs I saw. You'd been something more than friends before. While I was hurting you by clinging to my pride, he had been waiting, and I drove him to your side. I couldn't say the things I should have said, refused to let my heart control my head.
Ooh.
But I was made to see the price I paid, and as he held you close, the music played. And as I lost your love, the music played.
Wow. That's a sad song. That is a sad song, but what an amazing voice. That crooner voice, so warm. And, he almost sings it so calmly, but at the same time, you feel that melancholy in his voice of looking back on how he lost his love. I could hear that in the voice. In quite a dramatic fashion because he was made to see it, till he saw it happening right in front of his eyes. and then the music played. You know, the last time he said it, or the second to last time he said it, it was kind of sealed with that music, and it was kind of the last stab into your heart almost. Oh boy! And every time he said it or sang it, the music really turned it more dramatic. You know, the drumming intensified, which was great. The piano had this haunting quality to it, and then those strings were just loud, and you're swept away by them. Really great. And of course, the bass was in there as well. Whoa, that story, how it progressed, was really, you could almost see it happening from like a third person, with this person kind of not sealing the deal, or maybe he should have communicated more. He believes so. If I had found the words at that time, you might have stayed, but I turned to speak and the music played. You were walking away across the floor. Your friend convinced you to stay. And as you took his hand, the music played. He was kind of already, like a shark swimming around waiting for you to mess up. That's how it happens a lot. It's always the friends first. They're sending the DMs these days. It's not in the dance floor anymore, right? It's the DMs. As soon as something happens, they're going to be sending messages. How are you doing? Hey, don't do that. And then, you get across the darkened room, the fatal signs. He's seeing the signs happening in front of his eyes. It's so painful, hurting you by clinging onto my pride because he wasn't able to uh, kind of go with his feelings. The line is refuse to let my heart control my head, which is a great line. You try to override your heart with logic, and it ended up in pain, and that's the price you paid. And of course, that rhymes. You already know what's going to happen. The music played goes back into that dramatic music. Fantastic song. I'm wondering if the translation, I think he did the translation himself, if it's the same message, the German one, or not. Sometimes it is, because I've been listening to some songs performed in English and then the original language. Like ABBA does that with their own music. Sometimes it's very similar. Sometimes the core messages, stays, but sometimes it's totally different. So maybe I need to check out the original. Yeah, that could be cool. It's like, My Way, that Paul Anka translated, and Comme d'habitude by Claude Francois is different, right? It's a different song in terms of the lyrics, the message. Yeah, very, very good. I want to hear that transition again from his vocals, the music played, and then we hear the music.
I sat and watched you walk towards the door.
Fantastic vocals.
I heard a friend of yours suggest you stayed. And as you took his hand, the music played.
Every time the music plays, you can feel her slipping away more and more until it's totally gone. And I lost your love. That's the end of the song. That's amazing. Thank you for the introduction. I definitely want to check out more Matt Monro. If you have any recommendations, let me know. And I hope to see you there. Goodbye.